Hello again, and welcome to another Valheim video. Not another one, I hear you cry. Yes, unfortunately. This one you may recognise, it's one that I featured before. It's a square fort structure based upon a design from Zeroster, and I've used it a couple of times now. Simple square design, 15 tiles by 15, split into 4 quarters. And having used it a couple of times, I thought it looks good, but it's definitely something that's intended for solo players. I wonder if you could maybe make a slightly bigger one and give yourself a bit more room. So having done it twice, as you can see, this variation had the tower in it. I decided to set about increasing the dimensions and seeing what I ended up with. So here it is, and cue the montage. Okay, as montages go, it wasn't that good because unfortunately as I got to the later stages of the build, I forgot to record it. So here you have the more or less finished version. The original one had a double stone block, 3 of them either side of the gate, so I expanded that to 6 either side of the gate, and indeed made the walls 3 stone blocks high rather than 2. And that gave me all of this additional room. As you can see, the building that I created here, not only was I able to expand it, but even with that I had sufficient space that I could then add the tower into the same quarter. And as you can see in the corner there, you've also got the portal. The tower's basically the same design that I used previously. Door out onto the balcony, and then a good view both of the surrounding area and the interior of the fort. The overall design of the building is pretty much the same as it was in the original. I did have to reverse it though, so that the balcony is on the right hand side rather than the left hand side. Otherwise that would have meant that it was being blocked by the tower. And as you can see, whereas the chimney was previously on this side, I had to move it to the other side, along with the kitchen area. I needed to do a little bit of work on it after I recorded this video, because as you can see here, there's a bit of smoke build up. And then you've got an extra bit of area here, living area, that I've put in a throne so that you can get your rested bonus. Upstairs, similar design. You'll notice the core wood support pillars that was necessary for the roof of this larger version of the building. You've got the balcony here, which again, it's deeper than the original design, and that was because I needed to move the walls back to give structural integrity. Over here by the bed, you'll notice that I've had to create a little staircase up to the battlement, which has given me this little cubby hole here, and that was because of the fact that the wall is now effectively 3 blocks high. So back outside in the second quarter, you can see again you've got the covered roof area heading over to the crafting benches. And again, because of the size of this quarter, I was able to fit all of the crafting benches and upgrades in one half of the covered area. And then you've got your kiln and other bits and pieces for metal crafting. And I even built this little sort of shed as a storage area for external resources. So going over to this section here, this quarter originally was either the farm or the animal pen, whereas because again of the extra space, I've made it into both. So you've got the farm in one half and the animal pen in the second half by the wall. And that meant that the final quarter here had nothing in it. I couldn't think of anything to put in here, so I decided to just leave it empty for the time being. So there you have it. That's the overall expanded fort. I thought it worked out pretty well, although it was obvious, as you may have gathered from some of my comments, that it gives me too much space really. So a slightly smaller version would have probably been perfect. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.